Hello students, so today we are starting with our PHP class. Sessions. A session is a way to store the information in variable to be used across the multiple pages. The cookies. A cookies is often used to identify a user. A cookies is a small file that the server embeds on the user's computer. Each time the same computer requests a page with the browser, it will send the cookies to with PHP. You can both create and retrieve cookies values. Next, we will move to our PHP features. There are many more features in PHP. The performance, open source, embedded control, loosely typed language, security, helpful PHP community, web server support, error reporting, database support, platform independent, familiarity with syntax. Now we will see the one by one explanation. First, the performance. PHP script is executed much faster than those scripts which are written in other languages such as JSP and ASP. PHP uses its own memory, so the server workload and loading time is automatically reduced and performance will increase, which result in faster processing speed and better performance. Next, the open source. In PHP, the source code and the software are freely available on the web. You can develop and all the versions of PHP according to your requirement without paying any cost. As it is open source, you not have to pay for this. Next, all its components are free to download and use. The familiarity with syntax. PHP has easily understandable syntax. Programmers are comfortable coding with it. Next, embedded. PHP code can be easily embedded within the HTML tag and scripts. The advantages of PHP. It is supported by all the operating systems like Windows, Linux, Unix, etc. Next, it is integrated with other programming language such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript, etc. and the databases. It is easy to connect with the database to store and retrieve the data from the database. Here I have given the example as registration form to store and retrieve the data. Next, it is the fastest programming language compared to other programming language as it has the easy syntax and the performance and speed is better. PHP frameworks and tools are used to protect the web applications from the outer attacks and the security threats. The disadvantage of PHP. Since the PHP is open source, so its code is visible to all the programmers. If any bugs exist in the source code, then its weakness can explored by other programmers. It is not suitable for large applications because its maintenance is difficult. The error handling of PHP frameworks is not good. Next, we will see the server side and client side programming. First, the server side programming. It is a program that runs on the server dealing with the generation of content of web pages. First, the querying the database. Operations over the database, accessing or writing a file on server, interact with the other servers, structure web structure web applications, process user input. For example, if the user input the text in search box, runs the search algorithm on the data stored on the server and send the result. Or we can get in for example, in login system, the server side means it will check the username and password. Next, the examples The programming languages for server-sided programming are PHP, C++, Java and JSP, Python, Ruby on Rails. Next, the client-side programming language. It is a it is a program that runs on the client machine or the browser and deals with the user interface or displays and any other processing that can happen on client machine like reading or writing cookies. Here, the interacting with the temporary storage make the interactive web pages interact with local storage, sending the request for data to server, send the request to server, work as an interface between server and user. Means it will check validate the input before the sending it to the server. If the user enters the credential, the JavaScript or the programming language validates them. If they validate, form is submitted. PHP processes the login details. PHP checks the credential and respond accordingly. Next, in simple words, the client-side programming runs on the user's browser and is used for the user interaction, validation, and the designing. Next, this is the structure of our client-side programming and server-side programming. Here, the client requests the web browser and send the request to the server. Here, here the data is processed and the response is sent to the browser, and the browser send it to the client. The programming languages for the client side programming are: first one is JavaScript, VB Script, HTML, CSS, and Ajax. Here we end up